And now for the last look. For much of the last 15 years, the country of Greece brought to mind a basket case economy seeking bailouts from an irate European Union. Today, Greece's economy is looking very different. According to IMF estimates, it's grown faster than the European Union for several years in a row and will do so again in 2024. By the end of last year, ratings agencies had upgraded Greece's debt from junk to investment grade. That was a symbolic victory for a country that defaulted in 2015, and also a financial victory because it means more foreign investment. And then last month, Greece legalized same-sex marriage. That may make it sound like Greece is just catching up to the West, but in the eastern half of Europe, it makes the country a leader. It also makes Greece the first Orthodox Christian nation to take that progressive step. Greece has always occupied a strange position in the West. It lies in the east of Europe, and although it had the world's oldest democracy, its modern democracy didn't emerge until the 1970s. But it joined NATO early in 1952 and was a founding member of the European Union. More recently, the Greek debt crisis, beginning in 2009, seemed to create endless headaches for the EU and nearly derail the European project. Greece's currently roaring economy comes at the end of a long and winding road. During its debt crisis, the EU and the IMF bailed Greece out but imposed conditions to make its finances more sustainable. The resulting austerity measures were unpopular in Greece, and in 2015, voters turned to the left-wing populist Alexis Tsipras to undo them. Greece soon defaulted on a debt payment, and it looked like Greece might have to get off the euro. The very idea of the eurozone, a shared currency among countries with separate tax and spending policies, seemed to be teetering on the edge. But within weeks, as Greece faced economic collapse, Tsipras saw the light. He accepted a deal that he had essentially campaigned against, another bailout in exchange for fiscal responsibility, including raising taxes and cutting pensions. Though he soon resigned, voters endorsed his new moderate approach by immediately returning him to power. During the same period, Greece also flirted with right-wing populism. In 2015, the neo-Nazi party Golden Dawn became the third largest party in parliament, but it eventually collapsed over its criminal activities, and the far right in Greece is now splintered. In 2019, the country elected a new prime minister, the center-right Kyriakos Mitsotakis. Mitsotakis took the recovery Tsipras began and supercharged it. He cut taxes, worked to streamline government services, and embraced market reforms. This helped the country achieve remarkable growth and pay down billions in debt ahead of schedule. Voters rewarded him handsomely, re-electing him in a landslide last year. Mitsotakis has had help along the way from the EU with generous COVID relief funds and low-interest loans dating back to the crisis years. Gay marriage may be a case of Greece returning to its past. Among the many contributions of ancient Greece to Western civilization, philosophy, mathematics, democracy, one might add the acceptance of homosexuality, which was practiced there. Today, it is certainly one more sign of Greece's return to the European fold. The country that had once threatened to sink the European project has now become a poster child for its success. As that messy process played out, Greeks ultimately saw reason, rejected populism, and embraced sensible economic policies. The nation that was once the sick man of Europe has been cured.